Welcome to Face to Face. Our guest today is Manish Arora, a high-tech entrepreneur who started IM Wireless in 2001. IM Wireless is an authorized Verizon retailer with one store in 2001. Today, he owns, runs, and manages 34 stores in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. In addition to being a successful entrepreneur, he is also very passionate about yoga and meditation and charity work, and also encouraging youth to get into entrepreneurship. So we are going to talk to him about his business, his journey, what we can learn from him, and what inspired him to do business and help our charity. Manish, welcome to our show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
And we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
So you have done absolutely stunning job as far as the entrepreneurship concerned, with starting one store in 2001.
Thank you.
And having 34 stores today. All of them are doing very good. And in addition to success in business, you also very passionate about charity, about encouraging young kids to be an entrepreneur or succeed in their life. And also you are very passionate about yoga as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with yoga first. How did you get into yoga and how yoga has helped you?
Yes, so I would say that's one of my big strengths. When I book an appointment 2 years from today and knowing that I will be there and I don't have to call sick, I think that's a very powerful statement to say. And I can say that because of yoga. I started yoga back in 2008 when doctor asked me that I had some stomach pain, and doctor said, you might have to go through a surgery. And I don't like surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided...
Many of us don't like yoga.
Right. And so I decided I'm going to start doing yoga and see if I can cure that. And I heard miracles about yoga. And I scheduled my surgery 3 months from that day.
Mm-hmm.
And in 3 months, when I went to see doctor for the pre-surgery examination, there was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor was kind of confused what happened. And since that day, I said yoga is the thing.
And since then, you have not missed a single day of work.
That's right, 2009, and this is 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I have not called out sick once at work. It is a very powerful statement to make.
Very good.
And I'm proud to say that I can give that I can give.
Sure, very good, absolutely. Now, you started your career in technology. How technology has played a role in your life, and how did you start the IM Wireless?
So before I started IM Wireless, I was working in a software company as technical architect, and that was 2001. And then .com bubble burst, and all my friends were looking for jobs. And even though they got a job in another startup, they got laid off in another 3 months because the company folded. So I did not like that, and I decided that I'm going to do something on my own. I had some experience running a business in the mall before, and so I had that entrepreneurial bug in me from the beginning. And I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to do it this time. And having the management and the corporate experience, when I started my first store, I did not envision that I will have 34 stores, but that really technology that I learned. I was in the first batch of commerce server. In fact, I was in Waltham. My company name is Waltham Traders Inc.
Oh, okay.
And I lived in Waltham, where you are.
Welcome to Waltham.
Yes, and we are today sitting in Waltham.
Sure.
So it's a history on that. And so I started, I was teaching in Waltham on Commerce Server, the first batch, because there was no jobs. My company paid me to get trained on the Commerce Server, and I was here. And just,
So now, when you started, it was all your money. It was not a venture capital funded, or just totally started by your savings.
Yes.
Okay. And till today, you don't have any investors from outside. It's all.
No. So we have credit lines, but it's all my money. I started with credit cards, loans, and some of our savings. Initially, I had a partner in the business. He moved on. His name was Manoj. I think I should recognize that. That's how
Okay,
it
sure.
started. He is in California now.
Mhm.
So after a year, the partnership dissolved, and he wanted to move to California. He did not like snow, and I wanted to stay here.
Okay, excellent.
So then I Am Wireless. Then I became 100% owner of I Am Wireless.
Excellent. So now let's talk about also you're very active. You do a lot of charity work, which many of us are not aware. So we just want, if you can just tell us about, how you got into charity and what are some of the charitable work you do.
So I think as a business owner, it's very important to be involved in communities where our business is located at. At the same time, be part of support the charities that are around our businesses. So currently we are we're donating hygiene kit to homeless shelters around our stores. We let our managers pick the charity of their own.
Yeah, sure.
And other than that, there are some annual rituals that we do, like we support Run for the Troops. They do the Run for the Troops every year in Andover, and we provide them internet to see the results in real time when people end their races. Other than that, we do annual things like giveaway of school backpack with supplies to kids in needs around all our stores. All stores participate in these things. And I think that's what is the motivating factor behind me. When I see people out there, when we can make an impact in somebody's life, we cannot change the entire world, but at least we can make a profound change in one person at a time. So that is a big motivating factor for me.
What about, we're talking off the camera, and you mentioned that one of your missions and goal is to inspire children or kids, younger generation, to get into business. Tell us a little bit about that. What is your vision on that?
So, as an entrepreneur, I see how important is it, for the kid, to encourage our kids, because there's so many small businesses around in U.S. and that's the backbone of U.S. And not just U.S., all the world.
All the world.
Small business is very, very important for the economy.
Absolutely.
And I think what I have learned in so many years of, in this 19 years of entrepreneurial journey, I want to share it with the kids. I learned in a number of years in the hard ways. So I want to pass on knowledge to the current generation and encourage them that it's possible. If I can do it, you can do it. Just be resilient, and if you have, if you are willing to take risks, late night hard work, and willing to put the financial risk, you want to be an entrepreneur. Just trust yourself and have confidence you can do it.
Well, that was going to be my next question, but I'm going to ask that question. So, in almost about 18 years, you have been in business for 19 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if I ask you and say I'm just starting out business, I've never done, I've just come out of college, what are the 4 or 5 things you will teach or you will tell us?
I'm sorry.
No, no problem.
5 p.m.
Alarms still go off.
Okay.
Even with the silent.
We'll continue, we'll take it off.
Okay.
Sure.
So, where were we? Sorry.
No, let me reframe the question again.
Yes.
Say, I am out of college just now.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about starting my entrepreneurial journey. I don't have much experience, but I do have a dream and I have a great idea.
Yeah.
So if I come to you and say, look, I just need some guidance from you. So what are the few advice you will give to this person?
First, I would say, is that a dream that keeps you awake? If that's the dream, I will help them because how to set up a company. That's the first thing, because people don't realize they have to pay taxes, they have to become. I will tell them which organizations they need to be part of. Like when we start our business, we make sure we join Chamber of Commerce and how to have your online presence, which is a key thing now.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And if you're starting a business, learn about social media marketing, learn about financings too, because you you can know everything about your product, but if you don't know how to manage the finances, how are you going to grow to the next level?
Sure.
Because the point of starting a business is to take it to the next level always. Wherever you are, you want to hit the next level after that.
Sure.
You need to acquire knowledge of finance, marketing, social media, and build a team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will tell them what books to read,
Mm-hmm.
what motivator speakers to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how to motivate, because you need continuous motivation.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be resilient, because all days are not going to be good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, you could have a bad day, and then you say that's okay. Look at the month now.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a bad month.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the good year now.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a bad year. It's like, hey, next year is going to be better. So that kind of resilience I wanna.
So you have to have a very realistic but optimistic outlook.
Correct. And you have to trust yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be quick in decision making. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you're given a project, put a deadline on it.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the mistakes entrepreneurs make?
And I tell you, like when I became a Verizon-authorized retailer, there were 5 other people who became authorized retailer at the same time. But they are gone now.
Mm-hmm.
And I question myself, what did I do right that they didn't do? And I think the mistakes that was done, there must be some mistakes, and I think you have to stay resilient. You know, don't be afraid of a good bad month or a bad year. Just come back up.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what did you do wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and find a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And there are solutions out there. You just reach out to the successful people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be shy to seek help,
Mm-hmm.
because you're always gonna.
So when you were starting in 2001, were the mentors and all available to you, or it was just basically learn on the road?
I learned on my own, and then Verizon, in the Verizon conferences, they introduced some motivator speakers for us.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listened to those speakers, I was very much moved, and I said, I want to hear more, because that really helped me to take my business to the next level. It's like, why am I trying to reinvent wheel?
Mm-hmm.
These people have gone through the same process over and over and over. Let's learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
And that got me into the motivational, and now I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Do you also read too, or just?
I'm a more of an audiobook person.
What are some of the books you have? Your favorite?
So my favorite book that I always listen to is The Advantage.
Okay.
It's by Patrick Lencioni, and it tells you how to use your current strengths and current what you have already in your company to use maximum of those, rather than just going out and looking for social media, but how to make your company healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that book is great, and it was.
I've never heard of. I also am a very good reader. I read a lot, but I've never heard of this book, and I'm going to get that and read that book.
Right, and it was, you know, who recommended me this book? Alan Mulally.
Okay.
Alan Mulally is he was the ex-chairman of Ford and Boeing, and he happened to be a speaker in Boston. I was part of a CEO group called Vistage. And when I listened to him, I think out of all the speakers I've listened to, I connected with him very well. I stayed to talk to him, and he was very nice. He gave me 5 minutes of his time, told me of his family journey, and and recommended this book to me.
So when this book was published,
that I don't know.
Then okay. No, I'm very curious.
I think it's valid. Some books are forever.
Sure.
I think that creating a healthy company and building a right team, using your existing resources to the maximum, I think that's going to be forever thing.
Now, some of the people who are really not familiar with the entrepreneurial journey, and you talk to them, and the first thing they say or they think is, you know what, I don't want to be an entrepreneur because it is too taxing, and you have to sacrifice your family and all. So how you combine this family and the entrepreneurship?
Yes, that is a very good question. Because when you start your business, it's late nights is given, hard work is given, and risks are given,
and frustrations,
and how to resilience, and you have to trust yourself. You have to have confidence in yourself. because people just see the success.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see what you're going through. But anyways, so when you do all this, you kind of miss your family.
Mm-hmm.
And as I grew in my business, I made sure that family is very important.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. When you go home, your parents are going to be there for you, and they give you support. With the no strings attached all the time. Same thing, your wife and your kids. That's the strength that you need to take the company to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on the calendar. Because if it's not on the calendar, it's not happening.
Sure.
So that's what I do. I make sure that I spend time with my family.
Mm-hmm. And you are very lucky that your both parents are here in Boston,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
yes.
Sure.
My mom is 82, my dad is 86, and doing well. And it's great, And I think the more I spend time with my kids, my wife, and my parents, and my sister is here too, my mother-in-law, it gives me. It puts me back in the business. It's like, okay, that's my strength.
And what inspires you?
So when I go to work and I see my employee bought a new car, one of my employee got married, they go into vacation, and and then they see they graduated to the higher level in my company, and they come and thank me that I did this. I came to this level because of you gave me the opportunity. That's really motivates me. So that inspires me. I want to do that. When I make change in the community and change in somebody's life, that really inspires me. That keeps me going. Yeah.
So I see a lot of strength in you, right? Starting from yoga to all the things you do. What do you think is your weakness?
So my weakness is always have been and I think I talked about it. When you take on a project, you need to put a deadline. Sometimes I'm a perfectionist, and you say, no, I don't want to release this product, or I don't want to, because even though the deadline is passed. I think that's the biggest mistake I have done in the past, which I'm trying to still overcome, and that's my message is, put a deadline, make a decision, good or bad, fix it later.
So just to clarify, so the weakness is being a perfectionist or missing the deadline?
Missing the deadline.
Okay.
Missing the deadline. You can be perfectionist, but make a decision by that deadline.
Okay. So how challenging it is to be a perfectionist? I hear both sides of the story of being a perfect. Some people say that being a perfectionist is too much pressure and people don't want to deal with this. And some people say that that is who I am. I want to be perfect. So.
Right. So what I feel is...
I know this is a question out of the box, but I thought I should ask you.
It is a great question. And I think I struggle with it, but I think what I have accepted as an answer to that is I can only do the best I can in the given deadline time. If I have to be perfect and pass the deadline, it's not worth it. Fix it later. That's... In software field, we call it versioning.
Sure.
Release the version 1 first.
Yeah. And actually, I like this idea. To meet the deadline and then go and fix it later on.
Fix it.
Don't get hung up on the perfection.
Right. And I have so many friends who have launched a project, and I reach out to them. Have you launched it? No, I'd extend the deadline, and they've been extended for 2 years. I'm like, technology will change, clientele will change, the world will change.
Yeah, sure.
Just release.
Yeah.
And because I have seen, unfortunately, so many projects being boxed after millions of dollars spent in my software journey, and it's not a pleasant feeling.
Sure. When we publish engineering news, and our digital presence is very strong, and you will not believe that every 2 months the entire thing has to be updated because the pace of change is so fast. In the database, in the look, in the feel, in the search. When about 5 years ago, it was easy. We set up a website, things were there, we uploaded the story. No, not anymore. Every 2 months, it is something is new is happening there. Yes.
And delaying the project is not worth it.
Is not worth it.
You know what Mahatma Gandhi said is do something. Results could be good or bad, but if you do nothing, there will be no results.
Sure, absolutely.
That's on my door. When I walk in my room, that's on my door. First thing I see that. do something today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, good. Yes, yes, sure. Now, one question I have for you is, as we come to the end to this interview, is in 10 years, where do you see Manish Arora?
In 10 years is a long time, but I see my company running on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to be an entrepreneur. Because that keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, one person at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I see myself owning a yoga ashram, or
I was going to ask you about that.
and running a yoga institute, and learn myself.
Mm-hmm.
And probably I won't be a teacher in the beginning, but
Mm-hmm.
eventually I'll probably be a teacher in that institute.
Okay.
That's my vision. That's where I want to be.
So you want to start somewhere in Boston area?
Boston area, and and I think if probably near the corporate belt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My strength is the retail management and how to grow retail management and retail chain.
You can start a franchise of your yoga
That's what I
institute.
mean, and I could do that in between. By helping people. Hey, you can grow your business, but don't forget, if you're not healthy,
Sure.
nothing is worth it.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Yeah,
So
exactly.
if you stay healthy, you can make all your appointments.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoy the family, which is very important. Have a balance. Put it on the calendar.
Sure. Excellent. Manish, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And all the best for your growth and for your yoga institute.
Thank you so much. It's a vision, but at least I have
That's
a
how
vision.
things start.
It's
Yeah,
a dream
sure.
that's going to keep me awake.
And I hope you put a deadline to your yoga institute, right?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me that.